everyone, my name is Rin, and today I have another story for you, and the theme of today's story is Gaijin Smash. So, if you don't know what a Gaijin Smash is, it's basically when a foreigner does something that goes against the typical culture of Japan, or, they act foreign, I guess, is what people call a Gaijin Smash. But I guess, the most common form of Gaijin smashing is just pretending that you don't speak Japanese. And I do this on the reg. I do this every day, like 10 times a day. I'm not proud of it. And, every single day. I will Gaijin smash at the grocery store. I will Gaijin smash at the mall, at Starbucks. I Gaijin smash when the Jehovah's Witnesses come to my door and try to make me see Jesus. So, I Gaijin smash every single day. Today, I want to share with you, Internet, the time that I literally Gaijin smashed so hard that I ran away from my favorite band at a concert. So, here's the story. So my favorite band is a band called Lifledge, and they are kind of like a newer-ish Japanese band. I think they started around 2010. And I like them because, all their music is different from album to album. They change their sound, and it's really interesting to see what they come up with next. And the great thing about them is, even though I've seen them many, many, many times, I have never, been bored. I've never seen the same live twice. Every single time they play, they have a different set list. And it really changes everything up and makes it really interesting. So that's one of the reasons why this band is my favorite. And so they actually, last year, they played live in my town that I'm living in. And I live in a very small country town. It's technically a city, but the only people that live here are 1,000 years old. Here we have one live house, and it's very rarely a visual band that'll play there. It's mostly just local general rock bands that will play there. And so when I saw that Lifledge was playing in my town, I got really excited, and naturally I had to buy the ticket. Because the time that I went to see them beforehand, they had to tour without their vocalist. And so I was very excited to see the band with all 4 members again in my town. It was going to be a beautiful moment, and I was very, very happy. So, so the day of the live came, and I got to take my time getting ready. I was super chill and really relaxed. And for this particular tour, they were really plugging their new live DVD that they had just filmed a couple months before. And because I love the band and I am a slave to them, I decided that I was going to buy the DVD at the live. And because I had no trains to catch, I decided to do what everyone else does, and I decided to get the DVD after the live. Because I didn't have a train to catch. I had all this time in the world. I had no other plans for that night except to go to the live. So I figured I'll just wait, and I will go get the DVD with everyone else after the live, and it'll be really nice. Maybe I'll attempt to talk to people if I didn't, and be a good time. So I walked down to the live. I got there my usual 5 to 10 minutes before the band goes on, because I don't play the number game with the tickets. I think it's dumb. So I got myself a nice little spot in the back by the door. So this is the room. You have the stage, the door. I was standing over here, and then you had the merch booth over here, the drink area was over there. So, the band comes on, as they do, and they did an amazing job, as they always do. And I was getting into it. I don't do the fritsuke, but I'm just standing in the back like this, because that's how I do it lives. And the band finishes their set, they go off stage, everyone calls for an encore. So then the band comes on, they do their first encore, everyone's super hype, it's really fun. And then they go off and everyone starts calling for a second encore. And this encore is taking longer than usual, and I'm thinking, well, they haven't put up the house lights yet, because after a live, if they put up the house lights, there's going to be no encore. Or if they close the curtains, there's no encore. But the house lights were off and the curtains were still open. And, they didn't make the announcement for everyone to get the hell out of the live house. So, obviously, they were willing to do a second encore, right? So we're all just clapping and just chanting, encore, encore. I'm like, where is this band? Where is this band? And then, suddenly, the door into the audience area opens. And I look over, and the band walks in, and I'm just like, what do I do? You know, the band walks out and they're like greeting people and they're smiling and they're like talking to people and like hugging the Contagia section people, and you know, I'm just like sitting in the corner like the awkward foreigner, like don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact. So the band walks in, they start talking to people, and they make their way behind the merch booth. And they start, like, you know, plugging their DVD, how they want people to buy it, and they're really excited about it. And people start lining up, and, you know, at this point I'm having a conflict, like, what do I do? The band's here. I don't know what to do. Does not compute. So being that close to people, like my favorite band, I was just like, I had never anticipated for this situation to happen because I never anticipated being this close to the members. and then they go behind the merch booth and they're plugging their DVD, and then people start buying it. And I noticed the members are starting to talk to the people in the audience, like the people that are buying the DVD. And I was not emotionally prepared for this situation at all, and then like the idea that if I go wait in the line and buy the DVD, they might start talking to me, or like they might like thank me, and even that, like I was so freaked out and nervous that I couldn't do it. So you know, the band comes out, they go behind the merch booth, everyone's lined up, and awkward me just starts like inching towards the door. I just kind of made my way to the door, and I left the live house without buying any of the merchandise that I wanted because I was literally too afraid with the possibility of being spoken to in Japanese that I decided it was a better option to just run away and go home. And that's what I did. And so then I didn't get any of the merchandise that I wanted that night, and I was very sad, and I was so mad at myself because I really wanted the DVD. So, you know, eventually, a couple months later, I ended up getting the DVD that I wanted. So they had it at Tower Records. This is upside down. They had the DVD at Tower Records, so I did end up getting it, and I'm super happy that I did, but I feel like it would have been a lot more special if I had just, like, bought it at the live. Anyway, that's my awkward Gaijin Smash story about the time that I could have actually met my favorite band and then I literally ran away instead of, you know, trying to engage anyone or be engaged in conversation. So, yeah, that's my first Gaijin Smash story. I have a lot more if you're interested in hearing them. This can be a whole series. I even have a time that I went backstage and Gaijin smashed so hard that I almost wanted to cry afterwards. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And until next time, bye-bye.